So this spot, about 10 yards inside the woods, we have a little fence gap, is actually where we had the first ever pictures of the first glimpse buck, which if you haven't seen that buck, we killed him right under a tree, and we got a film coming out for that. But historically good area, and so we kind of shaped our food plot a specific way so that they feel safe coming out here in daylight hours. And even like 40-50 yards back, my brother-in-law sat back here and 30 deer sit in the timber. So historically a good spot. Just got to get this food plot to grow, get a little bit of rain. I'll call this the first full year since we cut timber in here, and I'll be honest, that was not strategic. When I say that, I mean the bedding area that I just kind of drove through. We have a bedding area now that is next to the big food plot. It was just an area where we had a lot of mature oaks and they needed to be cut because they were going to be diseased otherwise, so we cut them. And now we have like the secondary beautiful bedding area up here along with a lot of different areas. So I knew this property had potential when I bought it, but it was horrible when I saw it. It was the most beautiful park you'd ever want to see, and after year one, there's no doubt, I bet you we have, I don't even know, exponentially more cover. So very happy with the first year after the cut. What is this going to look like in 3 more years? Bedding haven. The point in hanging a camera in this exact location is it's between bedding areas. We have good topographical features back here with a lot of history of 170 plus inch deer back there. The sign is there. Even our shooters that last year came out of there. Now that we have this other new bedding area, we're going to put a camera between, and also on the back side of the new bedding area is the destination food source. So this is the travel route that we kind of that we realized that they were using a lot. We have some stands probably 80 yards away, ended up being in the wrong spot, should have been 80 yards closer, but this is just a natural travel route between bedding areas on the way to food. So I expect this to be one of our better camera locations on the entire farm. Before I ever came and looked at this property and bought this property, I love the topographical layout of this place because westerly winds played well in this place. What do I mean? Big ridge systems where deer can look off to the east, westerly winds coming over their back. This narrows down to a ridge point. It's a known area that we know that big bucks come out of because we've hunted it. But the sign is here, like it's written all over the walls. We got like a 4 or 5 way intersection here, so topographically it makes sense. Wind direction, it makes sense. History with this property, it makes sense. Wouldn't be shocked, there is a target buck. He was the 11 last year. We don't have a name for him yet. We know how big he is this year. I wouldn't be shocked if this is the spot we get him on camera. So we'll see. So once again, just like the Iowa farm, we threw down Hot Chick and we threw down Comeback Kid. Guys, if you're not a good food plotter, don't try to be. Just buy yourself Hot Chick from Domain and buy yourself some Comeback Kid. Mix them together. First year, well, quick tip for you, I double the seeding rate and you get a pretty damn good plot. Don't try to do anything fancy with it. Just throw that on the ground and it'll grow. I am beyond impressed with multiple plots that I did it with this year. By the way, this food plot was literally timber a couple months ago. We just forestry mulched it and threw some seed down. Walked away. I don't recommend you do that, but we did it and it worked. And I know that's relatable. A lot of you guys do that. You don't have the time. Beyond impressed. Alright guys, so we are at probably the hottest scrape on the property. We've actually talked about this scrape in some past videos. This scrape is a special one for a lot of reasons. One, it's right on the south side of a new bedding area that we just created. So northerly winds, it's good scrape to hunt. Topographically speaking, it is on the south side of an east and west ridge. So if a buck is running just off the top third of the ridge and he's running down this, right in his wheelhouse, we set up off wind, easy to kill him. So what we're actually going to do today is we're actually going to freshen up the scrape, set up a mock scrape. I'm not a mock scrape guy. We're going to play with it this year. A lot of guys swear by it, a lot of guys don't. There's only one way to find out. So we're testing some of the more, I don't know if I want to call them gimmicky products or not, as far as, you know, scrape scents and stuff like that. It's not a gimmick until you know, and we got to test them out and see. But regardless, this scrape is a hot scrape coming out of bedding areas, heading to a food source that we can hunt on a northwest wind due to the topographical flow of this ridge system. Going to be a damn good spot regardless, I think. Okay guys, all the trail cameras are set. We are absolutely loaded down with tech cams on this place. It's almost a little bit embarrassing because I'm gonna be honest, there are days where I'm like, I want to get away from trail cameras, but the tech cams are pretty damn flawless. I put up 20 some of them today and not one of them had an issue. So now we got a little pop-up rainstorm coming. We did drill some seed in here. We got a drought. We're in the drought after the rainstorms that we were getting early in the spring. So now we're out here. We're gonna spread some Domain Wingman. We're gonna spread some Bombshell that I've talked about in the past, and I will talk about more in the future. Ethiopian cabbage, some collards in here, some different things that don't grow bulb. Puts more effort into growing above ground and then below. We're gonna whip some seed out here because we got a big old storm coming tonight, and your boy's gonna be doing a rain dance at 10 o'clock tonight, hopefully. Well guys, that is a wrap for Missouri. We got up a whole bunch of tacticams. Trying to think what else we did, man. It was just a blur. Every time we come down here, it's like you're trying to get work done, trying to get work done. We ended up reseeding the plot. We got half an inch of rain last night, so we got some greens down from Domain. We put some Bombshell down. Actually some Wingman, which is a new blend that I'm trying. So if you guys want to check that stuff out, go check out Domain's seed varieties. They got all kinds of good stuff. But at the end of the day, guys, we know of some world-class caliber deer in this neighborhood, possibly a buck that I recognize from last year. This place just doesn't necessarily bring them in the summer because there's beans everywhere, and there's alfalfa, there's pasture in this given area, but we know they show up. So I'm very excited about this. So I think we're going to leave this alone for a while. Maybe we come back for the opener, probably not. We just might leave it alone because it seems like in October this is the place that heats up. So this farm is one of my favorites of all time. That's why we bought it. Trail cameras will tell us, and time will tell us what's going to happen. So we got some monsters to be chasing this year. Can't wait.